Businesses concerned about the new tourism office intended operational transactions can rest assured it will not be as daunting as expected. Some small businesses who questioned how a government entity can compete with them, who have substantial overheads, have also called on Niue Chamber of Commerce to address their issues and concerns with the Niue Tourism Office. According to caretaker government, the concern is valid, and Honourable Toke Talangi, who also held the tourism portfolio, said the tourism office is not to diversify from their role.
I'd hope that we wouldn't be diverting our attention away from the main focus of the tourism office, the tourism authority, and that is to encourage tourists to come here. That's their main focus. Their focus is not to try to set up businesses in competition with those people who have really set up businesses to cater for tourists to come here. Our responsibilities in the government, including the tourism authority, is to ensure that we encourage people to come here, to use the businesses that are already in existence here, not to set up businesses in competition.
He also said not only is the tourism office's role to assist promote businesses, but there should be some mechanisms within new operations to benefit the private sector.
If the tourism office is going to set up a business, it's just going to make it tighter for them. And I don't believe that that's their role. There must be another way of handling this. And I'm happy to consider the fact that if I'm elected back in, that those facilities in the tourism centre can be leased out to businesses that are available at the present moment, so that they can determine whether they want to set up businesses in there and lease the space in that facility.
Niue Chamber of Commerce Chairperson Avi Rubin said they would like to know the intentions of Niue Tourism and the new operation and whether it will affect their members. Niue Chamber of Commerce has also called for a meeting between businesses and the Niue Tourism Office. In defence of the Niue Tourism Office, though, Tourism Development Officer Hayden Porter expressed his goal is to cater to the need of tourists, and that will include establishing a convenient and consistent operation for our visitors. Mr. Porter said the operations in the new office will give opportunities to the private sector in some areas that are lacking at present. The Niue Chamber of Commerce meeting to address these issues is scheduled for next Tuesday evening at the Niue Golf and Sports Club in Whanokula. The launching of TVET, or Technical Vocational Educational Training, saw different participants from different fields join the important initiative by the educational sector to introduce a curriculum into the Niue High School. According to the principal of Niue High School, James Poihanga, the aim is to find an alternative for students who might not achieve academically, but will give them a hands-on experience in their areas of interest. 4 identified pathways will give students options to choose: business, hospitality and tourism, technology and natural resources, and under each category introduces a variety of options. Mr. Poihanga said the curriculum will be open to Year 11 to 13 students, but the implementation is yet to begin, awaiting government's endorsement and possible funding from donors to assist set up the new system. Local models and designers put their wares up for display in the Niue Wearable Arts Fashion Show last Tuesday evening. Most of the outfits on show were locally designed, highlighted the many talents on the island with all the outfits equally beautiful to look at. It was also good to see some of the older models who made for some great entertainment, enjoying the limelight and at times not wanting to get off the stage. The first category for the fresh wear outfits made of purely leaves and flowers saw the opening ensemble model by Mrs. Manatalang made out of coconut leaves. Other designs ranged from kapihi cocktail dresses, va leaf two-piece, sea leaves, and more creatively woven, plaited, twisted and tied to showcase the many talent of designers. The next category focused on designs inspired by missionary era with a range of modest outfits, others eye-catching and elegant. The team from Taonganiwe also have their time on the catwalk, modeling in the Pareo category, different styles using the same material. The Pareo attire range from creative sewn outfits to different styles of tying Pareo perfect for beach attire. Guest appearances from Niuean hip-hop artists, Disciple from Sydney, and Tyree, a member of famous New Zealand group Smash Proof, added excitement to the whole program, with the crowd up and moving to their music during breaks. Miss Niue, Maria Mitimeti, also made an appearance in each category, but it was the cultural wear section that saw her wearing a beautiful, elegant cultural wear gown made of hiapo and an outfit that had elements reflecting her Niuean, Tongan and Fijian heritage, celebrating the richness of all cultures. The last category was the open category with 2 entries, with a beautiful 2-piece outfit made totally out of shredded paper, woven into a 2-piece outfit, and the other inspired by the sea. The fashion show was the stage for some upcoming or aspiring designers to bring their designs to the catwalk and inspire others to create more for future shows. Celebrity Niueans abroad had made the most of their visit to the island last week by enjoying the abundance of festival activities and cultural experiences with their families and friends. Famous faces of Shei Fu, Tingilau Ness, Malcolm Lakatani, Tyree, Diana Fuemana, Craig Fussy, Disciple, Oceans of Angelics are among the festival participants who made the trip back home. We spoke to some of our famous visitors on their take of the festival and experiences and advice for potential celebrities on the island.
It feels really good because, obviously where I'm from in New Zealand, they call us a dying race, because our generations, particularly mine and the lower generation, younger generation, they don't know how to speak Niuean, and to be here and just be around our culture is just, it makes me want to learn. I don't have to learn, but I want to, you know what I mean? Just being here. And I think this festival is really important because it opens your eyes. I reckon people from New Zealand have to come here and experience this festival because it's really good. I don't wanna say a few years down the track that I wasn't part of anything to do with Niue, you know what I mean? And to be part of the second, I would rather be part of the first, but hey, I'll settle for second. But it's really humbling and it's an awesome experience, just to come back and soak up all the roots, see all the old people, let them know that I'm doing well and I'm representing our little island in the Pacific, where I'm from in New Zealand, and just put us on the map, eh?
I believe, this festival has great potential to bring so many Niueans back home, and especially the Niueans that have no clue about Niue. This festival is a really brilliant platform to make that happen. So what I'm hoping is that it will be bigger, and that the venue will change. There'll be stuff at Hikitawake, there'll be stuff at different kind of places and different bars, having our bands play at different bars and just different venues, and just more use of the whole island as opposed to just Alofi.
Awesome opportunity for young people that live around the world doing arts and all sorts of stuff drama and singing and music and crafts as well. To come back to the island and give back and also just reconnect and see all the other Niueans and see what everything's that's going around in the world. So I think it's awesome.
Good to be able to give something, contribute, because that was the intention when I was first asked to come up here. Dr. Colin Tuitonga talked with me back in Auckland and says, would I be interested? I said, yes. And he said, would Shei Fu be interested? I said, yes, because Dad will say, son, we've got to go to Niue. Yeah.
Now, this is your first time in Niue.
Yes.
Why has it been so long since before you came to visit?
No excuse. Both me and Shei, we're really frightened. We're scared. How will the Niue people take us? Will they accept us? Will our own people accept us? Or they say, oh, for no, New Zealand, he love Niue and things like that. So I was really frightened about that. I know Shay was too. Because, you know, being from New Zealand and born there, will our people accept us? Coming here,
are you coming back for the next festival?
Definitely. If not for the festival, I hope to, because it all depends on what I'm doing at the time. With Shay, the same thing. If the work takes us away, you know, then we'll come on our own, you know, to visit the family. Apart from the festival, I'll really try and make it for the festival, because I love it. I'm enjoying it, yeah. And it gives me an excuse to come back, yeah.
What are some of the things that you have enjoyed, or you visit, or some of the things that you experienced since you've been here?
The people. I've met so many of the new, you know, family and Niue. It's the people. You know, because I've waited so long to come to Niue, and I'm wondering, you know, I'm getting on now, and I'm wondering, will I be fit enough to make it to Niue and be able to live, you know? So to come up with Shay and the grandkids, I think that's really important, because the grandkids now, at least they can say, we went to Niue with their granddad and dad. Now it'll be up to them as they get older, you know, because I know it's the heartstrings, will pull them. At least they know where they're from, you know. And the same with Shay. We've been longing to come here, but no real excuse. And who are we going to see? You know, and mainly, will they accept us? Is that there are Niueans out there who are doing it and who are successful. Shay is a Niue. That's all they need to know. A Niue can do that, they can do it too. That's the biggest encouragement. The other encouragement is like, you have a beautiful island here. You have the chance to be creative, make up your songs, tell your story, you know, make them up here, create them here, learn them up and get them tight, practice, rehearse, and then bring them out there. Already the way is being paved by your cousin, Shay. He's a Niue. And like myself, you know, I've gone on ahead and done that. Niueans can do it, and we're successful doing it. All you've got to remember is that, yep, Niueans are doing it, and we've done it. We'll follow that. You know, bring out the new, whatever the time is, whatever the stories are, real stories from Niue. You know, because we're telling city stories, you know, and it's taken a lifetime to do that. The lifetime from Niue is another add to it. You know, the legacy that's been set, add to it, yeah.
I feel fulfilled. It's definitely been a long journey, 35 years in the making. Finally made it to my homeland, and I'm ecstatic. I definitely feel like, without being bleak, I feel like, you know, I can die now, you know what I mean? I got to touch the motherland, but this is only, even though we're going, Mavehe, this is just the beginning for me and my family. We will be back, most assuredly, yes.
So will we be seeing you at the next festival, or just heading back for a holiday for some downtime?
Well, most definitely we'll be here for the festival, but we'll be here even earlier than that, just because, you know, you got married here, and we will be honeymooning here. So if you see me around town, just, you know, I'm not too, I accept gifts of food, yeah, whatever you have, but yes, no, one love to the people of Niue. Yeah, we're definitely coming back before the festival, no doubt, and also hopefully my children will be coming back by themselves when they grow up too.
Congratulations to all our famous Niueans who are continuing to put the island on the map. A day before the official conclusion of the Niue Arts and Culture Festival 2011, the debriefing process for all stakeholders took place. 6 agenda items were brought for discussions, and an emphasis on discussing the positive evaluation and outcomes. Not many of those present, both from overseas and locals, spoke, but those that did were definitely appreciative of their time on the island and the activities they partook in. One visiting Niuean suggested that the Niue Arts Festival be given a chance in New Zealand, with many of the Niueans residing there, but the proposal was not given a second thought, as many who spoke from overseas believed that the festival was not just for dance performances and arts, rather a chance for overseas-born Niueans to return to the island and reflect on their origins. The areas that needed improvement, communication and distribution of information. The fact that the program was too loose was some of the concerns, but most of the views of the festival is that the participants from overseas will continue to support and return in 2013. That's our news bulletin for tonight, and all the best wishes to all the candidates for New Year's general election on Saturday. Good evening.